full of fire and smoke, preaching about the world like it's some kind of joke. Says he loves peace, but his tongue cuts deep, keeps folks awake when they trying to sleep. 1 second smiling, next he's throwing flames, talking so wild they forgot his name. He got the mind-stained blues, Lord, can't you see? Every word he speaks spill misery. Folks don't argue, they just refuse. They walk away from that mind-stained blues. He got the mind-stained blues, oh yes, it's true. Every time he talks, something foul comes through. Got a mouth full of facts that don't hold no weight. Spits like he's wise, but he's preaching hate. Claims he's a healer, claims he's woke, but his love's just a cruel man's joke. Joy to rage like a rattlesnake strike, talking about peace while he picks a fight. He got the mind-stained blues, can't wash it off. Every word he spills just makes folks scoff. Folks don't listen, they pay no dues. They done tuned out them mind-stained blues. Yeah, he got the mind-stained blues and it sticks like glue. The more he talks, the less sounds true. Mirror full of lies, dressed up like grace, painted smile on a weathered face. But you scratch that mask and what you find is thorns in a crown and a crooked mind. Talks about sinners, but he sins the same. Blaming the fire, but he feeds the flame. Every word's a trap, every smile's a blade, and folks walk off when the dues get paid. Ain't no reasoning, ain't no peace, just a river of noise that never ceases. He got the mind-stained blues soaked down deep. Ain't no prayer gonna help him sleep. Folks just sigh, they've had their cues. Ain't no fixing them mind-stained blues. Yeah, he got the mind-stained blues, and we all knew that every word he speaks just turns the sky untrue. Yeah, it's like bad now. So if you see him coming, don't catch his eye, or you'll wear them stains till the day you die.
Good vibes is on, everybody.
Make it happen this time. Let's go, always good vibes. Oh man, here we go again. We're going to create change. Make it happen this time. Let's go, always good vibes. Get out.
Yeah. Know what time it is. Wednesday, everybody, what's happening?
A great day.
11 to 1, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. This is Guy and Sean. We appreciate y'all being here, man. Let's go, brother Sean. Let's go. On Thursday, baby. Yeah. I'm going to have to remind my wife.
Yeah.
I mean, we got things to do. It's Wednesday. Everybody
put it on the
knows what I was
calendar,
meaning,
man.
Sean. Everybody knows what the hell I was meaning. Why do you got to take it there?
I have a one-track mind.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to text her. I don't normally text her. I'm gonna text her, kind of give her forewarning.
Yeah. Be prepared.
Yeah, but trying to be mindful.
That's it. Courteous and all.
Be trying to be courteous, like I'm, but that's just how I am.
No one will argue that.
I feel that way.
I'd have to
I
be
totally
inclined
feel
to
that
agree.
way. Hey.
Yeah.
Here we are, man. Shout out to Wednesday, brother. Good morning to everybody. We appreciate y'all being here. This is Guy and Sean. Today, man, we were just gonna. I knew that it would be one of those topics that would be easy to just hang out and talk about, man.
Yeah, man.
Ozzy Osbourne's gone, bro, but not forgotten.
Wow,
man. Yeah. He was a huge part of my childhood. Before my childhood, obviously, and then man, he's been. It just seems like. And what's funny? I got started thinking about one of the funniest things about Ozzy Osbourne is back in the day
Yeah.
When I was a kid, all the moms and dads now they despised him because he was this or he was that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But then once he started doing his other stuff and he started coming out, everybody seen how endearing he was and how lovable that he was and how funny he was. And then all of a sudden, the ones that was like, I don't like that dude. Then all of a sudden, oh, isn't he cute and funny and all this kind of stuff? And you're like, dude, that's the Prince of Darkness, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I remember people taking that totally farther than what it needed to because he was obviously a loving family man. He just lived a life of debauchery for a while.
Yeah, and like a lot of
Yeah.
stuff, like, 'cause I love those rock and roll stories, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I remember when I was reading about him, because he had like I think whatever he had going on, like in Europe, like things were kind of kicking off, but they wanted to break into the American market, and there was always that rumor that he bit a head off a bat, right, when he was sitting with those record executives,
Yeah.
and he finally came out. He goes, "It wasn't a bat, it was a dove, and I spit the head on the desk." Could you imagine?
Right.
They boot him out, and they don't give him a deal, and then like 2 weeks
It's
later,
even better because he bit the head off of the dove instead of the bat. It's like that's the morning dove. That's the
kind of state of mind are you in to do this?
Like,
Yeah,
I'd rather you just bit the head off that old bat. I don't mind them old doves hanging around out there on the power line and stuff. Them old bats flooping around
Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah.
But anyway, man,
Yeah.
I took I took the opportunity, being as we were talking about Ozzy Osbourne. I knew that there was no way that I could truly like remember all of the stuff or be able to even come close. So I pulled up some things about Ozzy Osbourne and just I wanted to just kind of go over some of these things. It's not everything, obviously. It's just a few things that man, what a life lived, man. So
for
1968 to 1979, that was his early career with Black Sabbath. Formed Black Sabbath in 1968 with Tony, I think it's Lamy, and Geezer Butler and Bill Ward. And then they released a self-titled album, Black Sabbath, in 1970. Considered one of the first heavy metal albums ever.
Yep.
Dude, that right there, if you stopped right there, it'd be
Yeah.
like, dude, that dude's awesome. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Followed up with legendary records like Paranoid. Included I Am Iron Man. Yeah, dude. Yeah, man. And Paranoid and War Pigs, dude.
Dude.
Oh, man.
What a
dude.
song. The first time I heard that song, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to become a guitar player.
Yeah.
That was like, and I'm playing this kind of music, man. Like, totally.
Master of Reality, that was in 71, Volume 4, 72. Cemented Sabbath's sound, according to the series. And then Ozzy vocals helped define the heavy metal genre, giving it that dark, haunting edge. We all remember Ozzy's just crazy sounding voice, man. He had that. No, but then he also had those songs like, man, Mama, I'm Coming Home. Dude, I swear, man, that's one of the most touching songs that I've ever listened to in my entire life. I did a little short about it last night, dude.
Yeah.
I was like bullhorning the whole time, like,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. It
like,
took me a minute, like, to be honest, to get into to Ozzy after Sabbath, like, because it was a pretty big change. But I remember, when I first heard that song and then Crazy Train.
Yeah.
Those two, I was like, man, this is wicked. Plus, Randy Rhoads, I think, was with them at that point in time at the beginning,
Right.
wasn't he? Yeah, and then Zach, what's his name, ended up replacing him after. But so just like, not only a phenomenal musician or singer and head of a band, but the people that he played with.
Yeah,
Like,
man,
it
they
just
were
seemed
awesome,
like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, everybody
were
leveled
stellar.
each other up. Yeah.
All right, and then getting to the solo career of Ozzy Osbourne, man.
Zach Wilde, that's
I'd
the
have
name.
loved to have got to just hang out. I know he had to be just as cool as I feel like he was, man. I mean, I'd have probably wound up in trouble and in jail too. But that's,
It'd
I'd
be
have had a
worth
hell of a
it.
story. I'd
That's
have had a hell
right.
of a story.
That's
And the
right.
way that I tell them, sometimes they sound a little better than what they really were. But I mean,
Yeah,
That's
it's
what I
your
mean.
story.
Why
You tell it
why
how
we
you
live it
want.
in an unfun way? You know
That's
what I
it.
mean? Like, I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
And for the sake of the story, you got to add a little.
You gotta spice it up a
You
bit.
got to give. You got to lead
Yeah.
them through the walk.
Of course.
But Launched his solo career in 1980, bro. I was born in 1977. So, man, I mean, you know, I was just a kid when he started out with his solo career with Blizzard of Oz, featuring classics Crazy Train, Mr. Crowley. Oh, dude. Diary of a Madman was his follow-up album in 81. And then No More Tears.
Oh
Yeah, dude,
yeah.
that was a killer tune too, man. Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
And then
Yeah.
included Mama I'm Coming Home was also in 91.
Right.
Worked with guitar legends. We were just talking. Randy Rhoads, Zach Wild, Jake Lee. Known for stage antics. Biting the head off of a bat, 1982. Accidentally is what it has
Yeah.
in here.
Accident.
Pop culture icon status. This is his pop culture side now.
Right.
Starred in hit reality TV show The Osbournes, 02 to 05. He was on MTV with Mrs. Osbourne, Sharon,
Yeah.
and kids Kelly and Jack. Which, you know, we all know that showed the crazy side of Ozzy. Or, well, the family side, the Ozzy, funny, chaotic, lovable, what they
Yeah.
have in quotations here.
Yeah.
And it did. It introduced them to a whole different genre of people. People that probably would have never been drew to that man's music was drew to him. Just
Yep.
because he was that unique and that different. From my perception, from a distance, I never got to meet the man. But
I liked it
what I've
because it
seen.
showed him as like with his son Jack. Like, you know, they did
Yeah.
in one of the seasons, him and his son. I don't know if it was a whole season or half, but I remember they did like a road trip together.
Yeah,
where you
man,
got
that was a big thing.
oh man, that was
pretty
super cool.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah, we
Oh.
watched pretty much that whole
Yeah.
series too, man.
yeah,
It was a great.
getting to see him outside of, like, you know, like, who is
Yeah.
this mysterious man? You
Well, and you
know?
heard some inside stories like him getting
Yeah.
locked up for peeing on the street or something like that, and it was just funny to hear him say it. And he went back to the little town, you know, and everything. He's like where he's gonna get locked up and everything. And Jack and him went back to that little town, and obviously he didn't get locked up. They
Nah.
were, you know,
Yeah, yeah,
you know, they just kindly warned him about peeing in the street.
yeah. Don't do that again. Yeah,
And
Yeah.
then that was what this says. You know, it did. It introduced us to, you know, a whole new generation for people that never even knew his music.
Absolutely.
And then, man, he founded Ozfest.
Yep.
In 1996, I got married to my first wife in '96, and I remember Ozfest. I'd have loved to have got to go to, you know, got to be that's to get to be a part of anything like that.
I see 3 of them up here. That's the nice thing about living in the city, because there's an island here, it's Jean
Yeah.
Drapeau Island, and they'll close the whole island. So Ozfest would bring a lot of new bands, but also too, like, Metallica was there one year. Like, these events were huge.
That's
man.
cool.
Yeah, it's super cool. And too, I will say, like, at that time, like, you know, the last time I seen him would have been probably like 5-6 years ago, and you know, so there's rumors like he was losing his voice and stuff like that. I'm gonna tell you, from before that first chord rung out, like, he was all black and he's got like that bat suit on that he wore with like the dangly things. 3.5 hours, man, just
Yeah, that's
banging it out for 3.5 hours.
That's
Wicked.
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that was '96 for Ozfest. We're still just working on '96. I mean, dude was on it, man.
Yep.
In more ways than one. Metal festival. That was. It says here Ozfest in '96. It was a touring metal festival that helped launch careers of bands like Slipknot,
Yep.
System of a Down,
Down. Yep.
and Disturbed. And he was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and at least they got him in there before he died.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
The Rock and
why
Roll
would-
Hall of Fame is an odd thing, man.
man, if
Like,
you know they're gonna be there, give it to them before they die.
Yeah.
Don't wait till they're dead.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
like, you know.
But there's
cool.
even bands on there, man. Like, just recently I heard of some band. They put out 2 records. Never heard of them. I can't even remember their name.
Oh hell,
And they're in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Man, I can go
was
do
like, what?
karaoke in a special way out here at the local bar, and if I'm
Get in
walking
the Rock
around,
and
I'll
Roll.
be in the Hall of Fame myself.
We should try that.
Yeah, man, that's a bunch of crap. crap.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I think so too.
Put the legends in there first, and then you can
Deal with the others. Yeah.
one for let's see, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That was '06, Black Sabbath. Okay. Grammy Awards. One for Best Metal Performance with Sabbath and Solo with Tony Lamy. I think I'm saying that last name right. Lommi, I think.
Yeah.
Total record sales, dude. Over 100 million albums combined Solo and Sabbath.
In total, 100 million?
Yeah, dude. No, over 100
Over, I was
million.
gonna say, yeah.
Like, I guess it just got up
They
to a
just
point
stopped
where they were like,
counting,
"We'll stop."
because that's like
counting,
what, double platinum, triple platinum, or
I
something
don't
like that.
know. It's a lot
Insane.
of platinum. It's a
lot
lot
of
of stuff.
It's a lot of platinum
lot
and
of
diamonds.
something. Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
And then final acts of goodbye was it says battled health issues and Parkinson's disease.
That's right. Yeah.
Released patient number 9 in 2022. Known as the Prince of Darkness. We all knew that. You know, but that was just it's not even all of the things obviously that he did, but
no.
I just wanted to, you know, as we do these things, it's like you're trying to find things that are pertainable to today.
Yeah.
And man, it just was like, man, because I did love Ozzy Osbourne. Now I'm a country music singer. And you know, a rock and roll kind of play, you know, bluesy kind of player as far as that kind of stuff goes, but I love all sorts of music, and man, I can remember rocking to him, like I say, from the time like I can't even remember a time without Ozzy.
First
you know
song
what
I
I'm
learned
saying?
on guitar was Paranoid. That's the very first song I learned on guitar, man. Like,
I mean,
it's like, let's
Yeah.
do this, man.
it's
Like,
dude.
you couldn't go anywhere, and like that's what I liked. Like, there's certain groups that are like that. Like, even now, I'm sure if I still went out and, you know, went to whatever bars, if that's even a thing, like, you walk in, and no matter if it was a big one or small one, you were definitely going to hear some of his music, you know. And it just kind of puts you in a pocket, being like, yeah, man, like certain songs, certain artists take me on like a magic carpet ride back to certain times. You know what I mean? And
Oh, they make you feel tougher than you really are. I
dude.
know. Oh, I know.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah, exactly.
I
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
I know. I got a couple of them songs myself. I ain't gonna lie. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, let me get over here. I ain't even said good morning to everybody.
Yeah.
Good morning, Brother Clint. I know I seen him in here earlier. I see you, brother.
Yeah.
Thank you, Miss Patty. I see you. Good morning to you guys, man. Shout out to everybody that's here. We appreciate y'all being here. This is Guy and Shine, 11 to 1, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, Eastern Standard Time. Always good vibes, but I wanted to... you know, I just wanted to use this opportunity as a chance to get to talk about one of our heroes. And I knew he would be one of your heroes. I didn't even have to ask you.
No.
I didn't even have to text you. I was like,
Yeah.
man, that's everybody that's my age or in my like if you know what I mean? Like everybody knows him for some reason or the other. They have heard his name. He's a household name, I guess.
Absolutely.
He's like Bleach. He's like Clorox.
Clorox, yeah.
I mean, everybody all over the world, every country knows who Ozzy Osbourne is, and what he did to inspire me. That I have to just say, over the course of time, as I got a little older and started watching him in his later years on his shows and different things, I was so humbled to see somebody that I knew was so uber rich that he enjoyed his money, he enjoyed his things, he enjoyed his stuff, but he just seemed like the kind of dude that was cool in his own skin too. Like
He wasn't
like
flashy.
He wasn't
He wasn't a
perfect.
flashy fella. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, he liked his jewelry, he liked his stuff, but
Yeah.
him as a person, he was just like, you know,
yeah.
he just had a lot of stuff, but he
Yep.
seemed like a regular dude once you got to hear him talk to his family and
Well,
hear
that's a
him interact
measure
with
of a
people and
a
stuff.
man is seeing his kids, and I remember like seeing his kids, like especially when they were doing that show. And at the beginning, you're like, "Wow, these are two really headstrong, smart kids." You know what I mean?
Oh,
Both
yeah,
his daughter
oh.
and his son. And I'm like,
They're
and look
genius.
at
They're
what
both-
they've done. Both of them.
They're both
they're incredible.
uber. They're both like uber stupid smart. I mean,
And
they are.
and his
They are.
wife, because I mean, the big secret behind a lot
And
of
Jack's
success.
pretty good sized youngin, so I ain't,
Yeah,
I'm
but
talking nice about you, Jack. I'm saying you're a smart fella.
Sharon. Yeah,
I
but
heard he's got a little bit of a law background too. I just didn't want him to be knocking on the door. And that's the bang, bang, bang.
that was
knock.
probably
Y'all
more to
know that
help
knock.
his dad out. You know what I mean?
Hey, isn't it funny how you can tell the difference between a cop's knock and your neighbor's knock?
Oh my god!
Like you'd be like, oh shit, the cops are at the door. How do
Even
you
the
know?
way
I mean,
someone
you didn't
opens
hear
the
it?
door still makes me jump. If it's one of them, whoop! I'm like, like automatically ready to jump and go.
Yeah, man. I told my sister-in-law the other day, man, she come up here. Nobody knocks on our door. Nobody. Nobody knocks on our door.
Yeah.
Nobody. We're nobody.
Yeah.
Right, well, we had it closed because we got the air conditioning run. We got these air conditioning units. We don't have central air. So sometimes we'll just leave because, sometimes it's cool enough to open all the windows. Like right now, I have no air conditioner on. Just got the windows open.
Yep.
Well, it got hot that evening, so we turned the AC on. Well, sure enough, man, she knocked on the door. God bless America, man. My heart jumped up into my damn
Dude,
throat.
isn't that wild? Isn't that wild? I do.
Yeah,
It
man.
happens to me
I
all
like
the
the
time.
sole of my shorts. I was like, what? And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like, what the? I told her, I said, you sound like the law knocking on my door, man.
I know I
It
ain't
made
done
me
nothing
kinda
wrong.
mad at first. I ain't gonna lie, man.
I think that's what they
was
call
like,
post-traumatic stress
oh,
disorder.
dude, I straight up went into the closet hiding day. Like, I mean, but like, hey, y'all get the door. Like,
I ain't know nothing. I ain't done nothing.
yeah, I started frisking myself. I'm like, I ain't got nothing on me, do it. Like, what the
The
I mean-
conditioning never stops.
hell? Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
I was just like, man, that gone, man. But when you have been in those situations. Now, I'm not saying that it really bugs me or anything.
Oh, it does me.
But-
I'll say it.
When, it does startle me at first, like that boom, 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 like when
Yeah.
you hear that knocking. Even though like I ain't done nothing wrong or anything,
No.
it's like immediately you can't help but get like,
Whoop.
oh snap!
Go to the red line. Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah,
know.
I'm already at the other side of the house before I can think about what was going on. I'm like, oh,
Son,
I ain't
go
even
answer
got-
the door.
I don't even have anything. Yeah, like, I don't care. It's you think about that after you've gotten 50, 60 paces away, and then you give yourself time to think.
Like,
about
okay,
what-
all right, we're safe. I'm safe.
Yeah, man.
Take a
Yeah.
breath. Yeah.
Yeah, man. It
But
was
what's
fun,
crazy
man.
about that was like with his passing there, this past weekend, like I'd seen a lot of family and stuff, and one of my wife's uncles was talking about Ozzy, and I said it's amazing he's still alive. You know what I mean? Because a buddy of mine had a joke. He's like, yeah, Ozzy's been dead since like the mid '80s. He's just been on strings, like them dancing him around, kind of thing. Like, you know what I mean? And like Weekend at Bernie's type thing. And that would have been Saturday. And then when my wife got home last night, she goes, Ozzy passed. I said, what? Like, we were literally just talking about that within like 48 hours. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, he passed away yesterday, is my understanding.
22nd.
Man.
Yep, that's right.
Man, I was
74.
like,
74.
76.
Was it 76?
76. yes,
Okay,
sir.
cool.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, dang,
Amazing.
man.
All things considered. Wow.
Hey, honestly, dude, he's one of them that, like, I mean, anybody that knew of his career and his life would have not been talking crap or anything out of the ordinary to be like, well, he died of an overdose or he done this or he done it. But no, man, he just lived to be old, and finally Parkinson's got him. And thank God that he turned out to be the way. I mean, I think he lived a great life there at the end. I think he was doing pretty good for himself and
He
trying
did.
to be.
It was a nice turnaround, because I do remember
He was still a rock and roll god, but he had brought himself down to the,
Well, there
live
was
for
a
my
few
family.
times there where I can't remember. It was probably the last 5-6 years where they were going to go on tour and they were talking about doing Sabbath again, and then something happened with his voice, and then bang, he was back on and he did it again. Like, you know what I mean? Like, every time you think he was just about out, then he would bounce back and do it. So
He was
what a
on
gift
it.
to be able to do what you love to the
Yeah.
end, pretty much. You know what I
Oh
mean?
man, yeah, and he was just so like authentic about it, like just being. He was ignorant as hell, and I loved it. I loved it.
Yeah.
I did. I loved
Yeah.
it. He made me laugh just because he would say things that you was like. my wife watches that thing that Jack was hosting about the like the ghost and everything. They showed footage and everything, and he had Ozzy and Sharon on there, and they'd be rating it and all this kind of stuff. And he'd show some pretty cool stuff that you'd be like, dang, what the hell was that? But
Yeah.
then there was some of it like, man, I can damn not see the string moving that, and his dad would be like, that's ball lightning, that's ball lightning. That's ball lightning. It's clearly ball lightning.
Yeah.
It's clearly ball lightning.
Yeah.
I loved it, man. He said,
Yeah.
hey, I tell you, I liked Ozzy, man. He was just funny. He was cool. So I wanted to just give this little show a chance to just us get to talk about him in the fun way that we're doing, man. Because I think that's ultimately what he was trying to do, was leave a legacy behind that you could enjoy.
Yeah.
And go on a journey, man. You can seriously go back and start listening to Sabbath, and you'll seriously go on a life journey with him, man. Because
Man.
it's stellar, man. I love it. I love it. I'm probably gonna spend a lot of my time for the next week going through and just listening to old. Like I went back and listened to Mom, I'm coming home yesterday evening. Made a little short with it, man. Because, I was like, I was almost in tears listening to it. Like, man, that's just a killer song, man.
Yeah.
Like, just the
Well, you
words.
can feel that in your chest, man.
Yeah.
Like that song was written from a place of like, hey, I know I'm in it. You know
I
what I
loved
mean?
it, man. I was just like, dang. Because I hadn't heard it in, years. A long time I hadn't heard it. Well, when he passed, man, I was like, I'm gonna go back and rock out. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
man.
jam at, man.
Yep.
And I did a couple different times, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I was sitting here about to
ain't
cry,
nothing wrong
like,
with that.
God almighty, man, that gone, man.
You're home now, Ozzy. You're home now.
Yeah, buddy,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, man.
Hey,
Yeah.
good morning, Miss Amanda. I see you out there. I see you, Brother Clint. I'm getting back over here. He said, oh, I got my barcode up there. Hey, yeah, man, I was showing that to Shine the other day, man, and it's actually pretty simple to get for yourself,
super
brother.
easy, yeah. Yeah.
So if you want to know, I'll be happy to share that with you. Miss Patty, thank you. Have you been here? I'm coming back up through, so I'm sorry I'm a little bit behind. Have you been hearing his crazy train I in your head all day? Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Boom, boom.
And
Boom,
Mama,
boom,
I'm
boom,
coming
boom,
home also.
boom, boom.
And remember his show, yes, Sharon. Man, they just seem like genuine people. And Miss Sharon, she give him as good as he sent too. And I like
yeah.
that. And he knew
Well,
he
I'm
had it
pretty
coming.
sure she was his manager for a lot of his
Yeah.
career, right? Like,
Yeah.
because I know the dove stump was her idea. Like they
Yeah.
all thought it was him. She's like, you got to do something crazy
Well,
to
see,
get their attention, you know.
It
So
was her family. Her daddy, after he broke up with Black Sabbath. Now, I'm not saying this to be the God's fact, but I think I'm right about this. I remember hearing them talk about it. But I think when they broke up with Black Sabbath, him and Sharon had become a little bit of a thing, or they were a thing, whatever.
yep,
And she talked her daddy into taking him on his record label, or
funded him and
taking him on,
yep,
and they kept pushing his music after the breakup with Black Sabbath, or after
right.
whatever. And I think, now I'm not saying that I'd have
Well,
to.
I don't know. I never heard that one before, but that
I don't want
sounds.
nobody jumping me in here being like, "Ah, it's not true." I'm just saying I think that
If
that's
you know
how,
the true story, lay it
Yeah,
down.
man.
Yeah, leave it in the comments.
What's
Yeah.
up, Lost Souls Club? What's up,
Yeah,
man?
man.
Welcome. We were talking about Mr. Ozzy Osbourne, dude. What a legend for me. I'm 48 years old, and Sean's right around my age, and everybody knows who he is, like him or not. You know who he is, and that's what we're talking about right now. Is like, whether you like him or not, his legendary status is what it is. I mean, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh, yeah.
like he cemented himself. No matter what, whether you like him or not, he definitely earned his right to be remembered forever. Forever. He won't be just remembered today. He'll be remembered. There'll be in 100 years a show like mine and yours, Sean,
Yep.
where some young people wind up talking about this dude that was
Well,
named Ozzy
this
Osbourne,
push
and,
too, I think it'll be good for like stuff we talked about before with like a lot of young players, which I'm happy to see, because there was a period where people just weren't playing musical instruments, right? So seeing a lot of these young guys coming out, and now this happening will probably generate that resurgence in the material and checking that stuff out, and then them being able to go on this journey, because like the music is timeless. I mean, especially for me, for me, like anything Sabbath, and like the Ozzy part, like on his own, I don't know that as well. Like I knew Zach Wild because I had a big interest in his kind of guitar playing, and Randy Rhoads, so I focus more on that than the music so much. But that original Sabbath stuff, like that first record, is just, if you play guitar, like, you know what I mean? Like, try it. It might sound easy, but like when you actually try to do what they were doing, it was something else. And especially at the time, like I always wonder like how they came up with that sound, because it was there wasn't nobody else like even close to the wheelhouse of what they were doing. You know what I mean? Not then. Not then.
They were the original. That's what I guess for me, out of all of it, whether you really like it or not, but being the originators of something that's timeless now, that people strive to try to do and will forever, try to find the sound, try to find the riff, try to find that, man, to be the ones that actually come up with it.
Yeah.
Hey, man, like that's
I just imagine sitting there playing that, like, I got this thing, bling, 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 do 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 do, and they just, that's such a sick riff, and the way that he rocks it too, man.
I believe you're right. I believe Sharon's father was responsible for the real bats. Yeah. There was a story behind it for sure, Miss Jennifer. There was definitely some. I remember hearing about, like, I've heard a couple different.
Because he bit the bat's head off on stage, I believe, and that got him in trouble. And I know when he met with the American labels, because I know it was when he came to America, and everybody was already kind of like gun shy on him anyway. I can't remember which label met with him. But that's when he bit the dove's head off inside like the executive's office or whatever.
I'm gonna show you how everybody else is genius. I'll ask Siri.
You gonna ask the machines? Smart. Let's ask the robots.
She's fairly smart. I ain't gonna lie. Now, I mean, she'll give you an answer one way or another.
She talks too much.
Hey Siri. Hey, did Ozzy Osbourne bite the head off a bat? Really?
Yeah,
don't
he did
lie
that. To me. Don't you sass me. Yeah.
She's working it up right
She's
now.
working it up.
Yes. Ozzy Osbourne bit the head off of a bat. You can go on to bed now, thank you.
No, when did he do it?
Yes, Ozzy Osbourne. Siri, go to bed.
When did he do it?
Okay, take a little nap. Good thought. I'm sorry. I think she took her message with her when she went. Hold on.
You gotta be nicer.
I believe she took her message with her when she went
That's
to bed.
Get the information out of her before you tell her to go away. She takes everything with her.
I was trying, and I got sideways. All right, let's see. Well, I don't even know where she did. She totally did abandon. Hey Siri, come on back out for a minute. Hey Siri. I'm sorry. When did Ozzy Osbourne really bite the head off of a bat? Ozzy Osbourne bit the head off of a bat in 1982. Hey Siri, where'd he do that? She's pretty capable, I tell you.
Yeah, let her do her thing. Ozzy Osbourne bites the head off a dove. You should have seen their faces.
On the 20th of January, 1982, Ozzy Osbourne bit the head off of a bat that he thought was rubber while performing at the Veterans Memorial Auditorium in Des Moines, Iowa.
How do you make that mistake? Oh, this is definitely a rubber bat. I don't know.
Hey, I'll tell you what now.
So look at this now. So Black Sabbath's frontman recalls the infamous incident in 1981 when he shocked record executive companies by decapitating a dead dove with his mouth.
So funny.
So this must have been during the biting phase years, right?
Well, you know. know.
81, 82, right?
Yeah, yeah,
81,
yeah.
you got the dove. 82, you get the
Well, there was
bat.
also cocaine then too. That might,
The good stuff, you know what I
yeah, yeah.
mean?
You know,
Second
I
cut.
don't know, man. He done some crazy stuff, but I
Yeah.
know this that he was a smart enough dude that in some ways I feel like he knew. Like
Oh, they did.
this is the shock and awe for me. You know,
That
like I was, like he
that
just
I
didn't.
remember hearing Sharon talk about it after, and because a lot of people didn't know, right? Like how involved she was throughout his whole career. And she told him, like, if you're gonna go, you gotta bring it. You gotta do something. Now I don't know what happened between then and then having the dove and biting the head off of it, but that's what he went with, and turns out it worked.
Yeah, hey,
So you know,
it, hey, it cemented him forever. It's a story it's going to be told.
oh
It's
yeah,
forever going
man,
to have
that's
a different story
rock and
too.
roll legends, man. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
dude,
Like, yeah,
dude,
those
I
stories are the best.
man,
Because like back in
and
the day when you would hear about it, you're like, oh, like pre-internet and stuff like that. They're like, oh, it's just one of those
we were
rock and
just
roll
talking
rumors.
about that, brother AB. We were just talking about that. I remember when he peed on the Alamo cenotaph.
Yeah, yeah,
Cenotaph, is that how you say that?
yeah, yeah,
That didn't go over well at all. Yeah, we watched him on him and Jack's road trip. They went back to that. They went back there, and they forgived him for it. They did kind of tell him not to pee on the street or anything anymore, but they wasn't mad at him or nothing.
no, no,
Hey, I don't know if I'm saying joking. God bless you, Ozzy. No, in doubt, no doubt. No doubt. I hope I said that name right. I don't know,
yeah,
but either which way, always good vibes. And yeah, God
yep,
bless you, Ozzy. He
yeah,
lived a life
absolutely,
worthy of us talking about. It's worthy of us making this a part
yep.
of the show because I mean, he truly was
He
one of those
changed
people.
history, man. He
He
changed the whole.
changed.
He created a whole style of music that would not, and like the guys who came after him say that. Like you
Yeah.
hear the guys from Metallica talk, like even the guys from Pantera, like different bands you might not have known. They're like, if it wasn't for him, we would never be
Well,
doing this sound.
and you almost kind of have to say, well, you know what? As much as I see his children loved him and his wife
All the
loved him and adored
people,
him, he
his
must have
fans.
been one hell of a man. As
Mhm.
far as just a good dad, as far as the best he could, they understood the life that they were given was because of him. But he also straightened his tail up and tried his best to be a great
Ye-
dad.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
you seen that come because I know like when he lost Randy Rhoads, right? Like when that happened,
yeah,
he kind of took a lull, and then Zach Wild ended up coming in, and nobody thought that anybody could replace Rhodes. Not that they could. Zach Wild had his own way of doing things, and that was something else, which was amazing. But that was when you kind of started seeing him, I think, kind of realize like the finality of the lifestyle and being like, I need to be there for my kids. I need to, and so he started doing that kind of stuff because you even heard them talk about that. They're like, in the early years, Dad wasn't here much, but now he's here, and now we're doing all that stuff, and even the shape he was in, and now knowing what he was dealing with, I think it's even more admirable.
yeah, yeah.
You know, so yeah,
Full circle for him, man. Full circle.
absolutely, yeah, yeah,
Truth Wave in the house, man. Good morning to you, Victor. Appreciate you being here, brother. Jennifer Thomas. Ozzy was a menace, but the best kind. Yeah, yeah. And
yeah,
after
absolutely.
you got to see him on that, for me, I'm speaking for myself. Once I got to see him on that, thing with him and what was it? Where him and his family, where they were at his house filming. His
The
kids was just
Osbournes.
kids. The Osbournes, is that what it was
Yep,
called?
yep.
But once I got to see his interactions with his people like that, that's when I mean, I always liked his music. I always liked the music and stuff, but I really didn't know much about him. You know what I mean? As far as like he was just a rock and roll
Mm-hmm.
god, you know what I mean?
Yep.
But then once I seen him with his family, it was like, man, like he's just a dude. Like he's got a bunch of money and a bunch of stuff, and he knows he does. But at the same time, he's just a dude. He's just living life, man.
He
trying to
struck
get
me
by,
as a guy
man.
who'd be the same either way. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
you
He
know what I'm
just had
saying?
more money than he did before, but he was still kind of the same, other
Yeah.
than just growing up a little bit and smartening up maybe a little
Yeah.
bit.
Well,
But
that's it. Yeah.
apparently, he
Learning. Yeah.
wasn't as dumb as people might have thought he was. 'Cause
No, he
if that's the
wasn't.
case, I need to dumb on up a little bit and make me some of that money.
Well, I mean, like after, because I remember there was like a bit of a controversy with the show, like because at a certain point, now we know he was dealing with medical issues, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know how it goes. If you're sick with anything, you're getting medicated. They're trying to
Yeah.
help you. They're trying to do whatever. And I know he wasn't happy with certain parts. Like there was a couple seasons there where like he kind of like really looked a mess, and now we know why.
Yep.
But he never took it. You know what I mean? He didn't get angry. He didn't quit about it. He didn't blame no one. He just kept
No,
moving
man.
forward,
Just
man,
keep
which
on
is
moving, bro. I mean,
amazing. Yep.
yeah, you can't knock him. Not
No.
he surely, in my what we could see from where we were at as far as his shows and things that he done, looked to me like he kept on trying to do it. Kept on trying to kept and I think he even started like exercising, and
Yeah,
like
he
really
did. He
trying
got
to
back
stay
in pretty good
shape
shape, man. Like
and,
honestly, like for anybody, he was in decent shape, and
yeah.
he was listening. You know what I
'Cause
mean?
he
He was.
done his his bike thing, his
Hmm.
he would do his exercises every morning and
Yep.
work out and everything. So he was trying. It's not like he wasn't trying, but sometimes, I mean, when some of
Mm.
these things that go wrong, they're, all you're doing is just kind of prolonging what's eventually coming anyway. And of course,
Well,
that's what he
we
did.
all
He was
know
like,
what's
okay.
coming eventually, so we're all
He took
prolonging
it.
that.
He
Yeah.
took it and was like, okay,
Yeah.
well, if I can give myself a couple more years by trying to take care of myself, well, I want to be here with my family. I'm gonna do that. He
Yeah.
could have went the other road because he had enough money. He could have just went the easy way and just doped himself up until he was out. And
Hmm.
not, but nah, man, he
Yeah,
tried
he
to keep
actually
him on living.
he actively resisted against
He
that.
tried.
And no, he did. Like I remember, like they had him pumped up, and he talked. I'm not going to mention all the meds that he was on, but he realized at a certain point he's like drooling and stuff like that. And it wasn't because of the disease at that
It was
point. It
medicine.
was just because he was medicated way too much, man.
Yeah, man.
And I remember him making a statement. He's like, "I'm going to go out either way. I ain't going out like a joke." You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
put the work in, and
Oh,
he
he
did it.
done good, man. He
yeah,
went
man,
out
he did
honorably,
great.
man.
He did great.
Went out honorably
So-
for the things he had wrong with him. Then in my personal opinion, then from
Oh,
where I
man.
could see it, and I didn't know the man personally, he sure did look like he tried his best to
I
not
believe
only in
so.
his later years make amends with some of the dumb stuff he done, but
Mm.
he also tried to take what was a bad thing and try his best to turn it and do as good as he could with what he had to work with, and I commend him for that. Today we're talking about the late Mr. Ozzy Osbourne, who passed
Rest
away
in peace.
yesterday.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Ozzy, and shout out to your family, Sharon and Jack and what's his Kelly.
Kelly, yeah.
Shout out to you guys. We're all thinking about you, man. Your dad was definitely an icon.
And
So
will
we were just
be,
talking
yeah.
about him,
Yeah.
and just kind of hanging out and having some good stories to tell. I mean, there's probably most of us have done some type of something that we probably shouldn't have been doing while jamming to something that Ozzy was the main
Oh,
one
yeah.
behind it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if we
Yeah.
had a full life recording of
Are
ourselves,
we gonna go there?
like if you had a full life recording of yourself and you could go back to like the early 90s, late 80s and stuff, and you could see yourself, you'd be like, yeah, right when I was getting ready to do that, dude, we was rocking, dude.
Oh, yeah.
You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean? Like,
yeah.
so,
Shout
Like-
out to Microdot.
hey, man,
Yeah.
the Matrix is real. The
The
Matrix is
Matrix
real,
is
man.
real, yeah.
Hey, this is Guy and Shine 11 to 1, Monday,
Mhm.
Wednesday, and Friday, Eastern Standard Time. We're going to play Brother Shine's song, Silly Girl, for just a second here. Go get us a drink, and we'll come back and we'll finish this conversation about Mr. Ozzy Osbourne. And if any of y'all have any cool facts that you'd like to share, man, we'd appreciate
Drop 'em
hearing
in
it,
the
man. It'd be pretty cool.
comments. Yeah.
You know, but yeah, shout out to you guys, man. We'll be right back. This is Shine's song called Silly Girl. This is Guy and Shine, 11 to 1 Eastern Standard Time. Always good
Thank you,
vibes, my
guys.
friends.
It's for you, sweetie. All right. Where did you come from, silly girl? I know I just met you, but I can't seem to get you out of my head, out of my head. My favorite song was playing, and you were shaking your hips with little invitation. We were locking lips, and know that I'll never forget you, no matter how hard I try. I can't even find a pen so I can see you again. You gave me your poison, and I breathed you in. And just like my favorite things, you disappear in the end. The end. And as the band was winding down, I couldn't seem to find you in the crowd of faces. Then out of nowhere, you appear without one question. Yeah, we disappeared, and know that I'll never forget you, no matter how hard I try. Can't even find the words to tell you how much you blew my mind. Gave me your poison, and I breathed it in. But just like my favorite things, you disappear in the end. The end. The end. It's just the beginning. Well, you know I won't forget you, no matter how hard I try. I can't even find a pen so I could see you again. Gave me your poison, and I breathed you in. But just like my favorite things, you disappear, yeah. The end. The end. The end. True story. I hope you're still out there.
A world where everyone belongs. In harmony we sing this song. Peaceful vibes in paradise. Underneath these turquoise skies. Mistakes. Don't miss these. Don't miss these. Oh man, here we go again. We're going to create change. Make it happen this time. Let's go. Always good vibes. Get out of the open. I can feel
Appreciate y'all
that
being
it's
here.
going
This is
to
John.
be
John,
a
11 to
good
1.
day, a
Monday,
great
Wednesday,
day.
Friday,
Let's go.
Eastern Standard
Always
Time.
good
Always
vibes.
good vibes.
Create
guys. Always good vibes, my friend.
Let's go.
Shout out
Let's
to
go.
everybody here.
Always
We
good
appreciate y'all being
vibes.
here. Magic Beginner, I see you out there. Miss
go.
Patty.
Always
Got my
good
mama in the
vibes.
house. Hello, mama. Good to see you.
Yeah.
Got brother Gen X in the house. What's up, brother Clint? Good to have you. Always great to have you guys. Any of you guys out there within earshot, if you want to chime in, be happy to recognize you. Glad to have you all here. Got Elevated Einstein in the house. Shout out to you, my brother. Miss Jennifer Thomas in the house. She's been interacting with our comments. Ozzy Osbourne, fan or not fan, she knows something about him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I take it that she is a fan. But shout out to you, Victor, Truth Wave Energy. Man, I just always a quick little side note on him, man. I went to his page. I was overseeing brother Gen X, and we were just, everybody's talking in the chat and everything, or whatever you text him, whatever the hell you call it. We were doing that, and I try to go visit. I try to go see people's stuff while I'm in there. Like you're a moderator. That's what you're able to do. So I go see before I'm really interacting. I'm like, going to go check it out. So I go there, man, and right across the top of his thing, underneath the subscribers, right there, as you come up, 999, and I thought, well, now,
Again? You got
no,
two?
I'm talking about the Truth Wave. The
Oh,
guy
okay.
that this happened to, man. But
Gotcha.
I went there, and I'm like, man, how many times am I ever gonna get to be the that? So I was like, if this person is anywhere, any kind, well, it was a blessing. They're definitely great people. Glad to have them part of the journey. But it was cool, man. So 1000th, man, I was number 1000. Joking Buck, God bless you, Ozzy. Absolutely, man. Appreciate you, brother AB. Appreciate you. I remember when he peed on the album. It's funny, man. I swear, dude. It's just funny the things he's remembered for and stuff. It's like, brother Jen at Lost Souls Club, rest in peace, Osmosis Osbourne, man. Yeah. Miss Patty in the house. Thank you very much, Miss Patty. Appreciate you guys being here, all of you. Brother William in the house. What's up, brother William, man? God bless you too, brother. We were having a fun conversation. I know brother William gonna know a little something about him because he's a getter. He's a getter player. But Ozzy Osbourne passed away yesterday, July 22nd. And man, it's one of them deals. I think all of us have some kind of way that we've kind of remembered him in our childhood, in our adult life. All of us do. But yeah, man, brother William, appreciate you being here. He said, Sean Duke, my brother.
Buddy.
Love all of you. Love you too, brother
You too,
William.
man.
Appreciate you being here, man.
Yep,
Thank you very
absolutely.
much. Let's see. William said, rest in peace. Thanks for the awesome tunes. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Jennifer said, just slightly obsessed. Yeah, that's awesome. Hey, I can't, when I was younger, man, he had such the persona of the rock and roll, like, Like he was totally not the person to look up to, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So you tried to force yourself to be like, that's not the way, but in my heart,
That's
I
not how I took
secretly
it. I
wanted
was
to
like,
be
this
him.
is what I want to do.
I secretly wanted to be him.
Yeah.
And yeah, or be a lot like him anyway. Like
Yeah.
I would have carried his bags for him or something. Like I would have, tuned the guitars and stuff. Like whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm that guy. I have no,
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
have no
But just
problem
like
with that.
the incredible musicians that surrounded him, because like that's how I got introduced to him in the beginning, was just like a buddy of mine being like, okay, you're learning how to play guitar, check this out, you know what I mean? And trying to figure out some of the stuff that they were doing, and just how each person in the band was like as important as he was, and like
Yeah, man.
he made no bones about that, like, you know what I mean? Like he never was one of them guys where it's like, this is
They
my
went
band.
under his name when he started out under his name, but he played it as a band member.
That's right.
He
right.
was, and it takes the band to make any of it. 1997 at Riverport Amphitheater at the first Ozfest. Man, that is so awesome.
Yep.
Bubba Williams said, let me highlight that one.
Yep.
I got to see the Ozzy with Black Sabbath in night. Man, see, that's when they were all starting to get their heads back together and kind of, growing up. I get, you know what I'm saying? Like they were all kind of moved on from the, you know what I mean? They were
Well, that, and
matured
also
up a
too,
little bit.
it changed from just going to see Black Sabbath as a headliner, or Ozzy as a headliner with like two other bands, to a giant festival. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Which
yeah.
was super cool, because you got to
Yeah.
see like what, like all the
Yeah.
factions. Like you take like
Yeah.
Slipknot, for example, right? Like whether you like them or you don't like them, incredible band, right?
Yeah.
And like they got their kickstart through being on that.
Yeah, dude.
So,
yeah, dude. Look at the exposure they got, man.
Oh my man! And after that, they became
Like,
one of the biggest
do you
bands
know
in the
the
world,
things that I would do secretly to do this?
and not so secretly. Yeah, I think I did some of them too. You know, why
I'm
not?
gonna be right real honest. I mean, at this point, pride is not in my way. Let me put it that way.
And I still hold my stance. If anyone's listening, I'm willing. Yeah. Yeah. But you know what's gonna be crazy is like, I think that I there's like this thing about like, when anybody who's been a monumental person in music after they pass, right? Like usually there's a big re-release of their music and all sorts of stuff. So I think it's gonna be neat for, especially now, like a lot of the, like, again, going back to younger generations, getting an opportunity to maybe hear his music for the first time, and like being like, well, who was that guy? And like, start going through what they're going to do next with everything, because I'm sure it's going to be big.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah, man.
yeah, that's
The
going to be
crazy
neat to
train
see.
won't stop. Rockstar, Marshall Rockstar, no doubt, no
Yeah.
doubt. We were just talking about that earlier, man. Like he's one of those people that he solidified his name enough that he will never be forgotten. Like there will in 100 years there'll be a couple people, a couple women or a couple men or a man and a woman or whatever on here having a show that somehow discusses Ozzy's impact and what he accomplished in his lifetime.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean? Like when
Absolutely.
I'm gonna go back and just glance back through like these few little highlighted points that they come up with about him. Like, I mean, just as far just a career with Black Sabbath. Like, if you just stopped at if you just said, okay, that's it, 68 to 79. If you just said, okay, I mean, that's legendary, right? I mean, but then after that, it keeps scrolling and scrolling and scrolling of things that he accomplished along his way, man.
Yep.
And
he rolled with the changes, you know what I mean?
He
Like there was a lot of, like, I mean, the 80s were an interesting time. There was a lot of stuff going on. I remember when he like cut his hair and he had the
I was good looking in the 80s, I ain't gonna lie.
Did you have frosted tips or bleach blonde hair?
Yeah. A little bit of all of it, I ain't gonna lie. I was a handsome little devil in the 80s. Boy, if I could have 87 back, that was a good year.
Yeah.
Well, that was a good year for me. I ain't gonna lie. That was a good year. After that, it kind of all started down. It was like,
Well, you know,
it's the final countdown. Yeah, man. 80s
yeah,
was
dude.
crazy. When
Yeah,
he
we
bit
were
the
talking
head
about
off.
that
Yeah,
earlier, man.
yeah,
He first
yeah,
first the Dove in '81, and then '82 the
yeah,
Bathead.
yeah,
Still,
yeah.
I'm having a hard time. How do you mistake a rubber bat for?
You don't. You just do it.
Like when that thing be
You just do
flapping
it, and then you
around while
come
you're
up with
holding
the
on to.
excuse
Yeah,
afterwards. You
I
come
thought
up with the excuse long after. They probably flip coins like, here, use this excuse.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You know, and
Uh,
Ozzy don't give a shit. You're like, okay,
Whatever.
sounds good. Why not?
Yeah.
I'll tell them that. They don't care. Jennifer says his stage presence
Oh, yeah.
was always off the charts, and he could always work the crowd no matter where he was. No doubt, because people. That's what I say, man. For people like myself, like I looked at him as like in a, the not later years, but later on after the rock and roll era, and he started like just kind of doing the the TV stuff and other things as
Mhm.
well. Then I was like, dude, this dude is just being authentically him, and
Yeah.
people love him for it.
Yeah.
And he just and I can get down with that, man. I just appreciate somebody that's authentic, man. He knew he was a little quirky. He knew it was
Yep.
a little weird. He knew, you know what I mean. He knew that,
Yep.
that he, he knew that, but he embraced it, man, and he made something of it, man.
And he
I just,
knew like
man,
that was like like you got like Cooper who was doing kind of like shock rock and stuff like that, and then, he took it to another level. So yeah, Marshall, when he came from the UK, like they already had heat in the UK. They were pretty big over there, and they came to America under advisement by management. And before he went in, like to see these guys and sit down and talk about a record deal. Apparently, he had a dove in his pocket, and once they started talking, he just bit the head off it, and the dove starts
that's the
flapping
peace, the
around.
dove of peace, and he bit the head off of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
so
that was in
funny, man.
'81, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
'81.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Miss Jennifer says, I don't know, 91 was No More Tears album, which was one of my favorite. Yeah. Yeah, man. No More
Yeah,
Tears was one of those rippers, man. That was a ripper.
yeah.
It was a good
The
one.
sound was wicked on those records.
Yeah,
Like
man.
just absolutely.
Yeah.
Even
Big production back then too, bro.
oh yeah, oh
Big
yeah,
production, man.
yeah,
Like it, and you could hear it. You could hear it.
yeah.
Like
You could.
it was
Yeah,
awesome. How to
yeah.
get a toy bat mixed up with a real one. I believe it was a story, Marshall. I believe that was just a recovery story, like after the fact. I don't really believe
I
that.
think there's probably some truth to
But
that
they had some
because
good drugs back then, though. Like they were all admittedly on a lot of good drugs.
yeah,
Back
yeah.
then. Well, when I say good drugs, I don't mean good that it's good You know what I mean? Strong stuff.
drugs.
Really
Yeah,
good, really strong stuff, and they could have seriously, like, I'm
Lucky he
not gonna
didn't
say
bite
that
off
it
one
could,
of his own fingers or something
like,
while he
yeah,
was
he's
doing
like, well, we
it.
had a good time last night. For my mouth, So I don't know,
Right.
man.
Yeah.
What's everyone's favorite Black Sabbath song? William
Hmm.
says, "What's everyone's favorite
Favorite.
Black Sabbath song?"
With
For me,
Ozzy, yeah, before Dio. I don't know. It's a toss up between I don't know. I like War Pigs, Paranoid.
yeah,
Like
War Pigs, man.
Paranoid's always going to be close to the heart because, like I said before, that's one of the first songs I learned on guitar.
He
So,
said, "Mine's Planet Caravan."
yeah,
Man,
yeah.
Crazy Train, Paranoid, War Pigs.
There
Yeah,
you go, man.
yeah,
Yep,
yeah. That
absolutely.
was the examples they actually brought me up on Siri. Was those? Was
Yep.
Was those
Well,
right
War
there?
Pigs was just such like as a kid listening to it, I didn't really understand what it was about, and then
Right.
you get older and you realize what the song is
When
about.
you
and
hear
you're
the
like,
words.
holy smokes, man! Like
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
wow. Yeah.
Well, you know what? I have a funny story about a song that's the other way around. When I was playing with Secondhand Smoke, and
Mhm.
we was doing, like, some of the older rock and roll stuff, and we were doing Sunshine of Your Love. And I got to thinking, I got to like really listening to the word, like understanding what the words were about, and I'm like, I just don't know if I want to sing this song anymore, man. You know what I mean? like it was like, man, I mean, I didn't really care that much, but it was like, dang, man, it's kind of nasty after you start thinking about the
It
words.
it
Like,
is it is
you know,
and yeah, Marshall, it is about politics. It's specifically about war and sending people to war that shouldn't
yeah,
necessarily be going to war. And I think that was during like that whole Bay of Pigs
it,
stuff as well
yeah,
too, right? So it
yeah,
was really focused in on that. So
yeah,
yeah, it was a very powerful song. Like like that's the thing with that kind of music. You felt it in your chest. It's like anytime I feel it here, I'm like, oof. You know what I mean? Now what's the beneath this? I guess, right? So
yeah.
yeah,
It's pretty cool to start understanding the stories behind some of the songs as they start, as the songs get older. It's like you look back and you're like, oh, I realize what they were saying, like what,
mm-hmm,
like what, because I'm gonna be honest, man, like uh for example, just one that everybody knows, Sweet Home Alabama.
mm-hmm.
I mean, I listened to that for a long time and just loved the bam, bam, and I love the groove and just sing
Yeah.
along. And hell, I knew every word to it. But it was a long time before I started putting the words together and understanding what he like. It was a true trash
Well,
talking
I
song.
hope only you will
Yeah,
remember.
yeah.
Southern
You
man don't
start,
want him
yeah,
around anyhow. And that
yeah,
was his answer for Southern man, right?
yeah,
Southern
yeah,
man.
yeah.
Yeah, dude.
But
Yeah,
that
yeah.
that's one of those that it took me like I because I was young when I started hearing that song for the first, but I was years later before I started like, oh, okay, he was talking about this and talking about that. Okay, I get it now. But it's still a killer song. Like the riff is still
Hmm.
killer.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like
Oh
everybody
yeah.
knows that as soon as it comes on, it's like, oh, that's Sweet Home Alabama.
Yep.
But hey, Marshall Rockstar, I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you guys coming in. Miss Jennifer Thomas, thank you guys. Hide themselves away. Politicians hide
Of
themselves
themselves
away,
away, making
making
war
war
just
just
for being people. Just
yeah.
yeah. No, it's he was ahead of his time, big time. Like and to have that as a commercial song, like
Oh,
to break
it
through at the time during like all that, like
well
if
that was back in the day too when man you're talking about controversy.
oh
You're
yeah,
you're
oh
stepping
yeah.
on some toes
And
somewhere.
he got a lot of
Uh
fire. I think he was like one of the first ones that like got the explicit. You remember that when we went through that whole era
yeah,
of explicit lyrics? You
yeah,
had to have a parent to buy the record with you or something like that.
yeah.
Unless you had a cool uncle
Oh
like I
yeah.
did. You know what I mean?
From
So
it
yeah,
was from Parkinson's is what I understand, complications due to
yeah.
Parkinson's. But Marshall, I can't say, don't man, I'm not I'm going on information that I can find publicly about it. I don't know, I don't know anything on the inside, but I think it from everything that's said on the news and what they're talking about, it was just from he was 76 years old and
Likely a
Parkinson's.
combination of things, and time
Yeah,
catches up with you, man. You know what I mean? He can run long
yeah,
enough, but yeah.
yeah.
And they're
Oh,
finding a lot of stuff out now, man, about like, and I mean, we both probably can talk a little, well, we can for sure, but some of the things that he was into, like they now know you got a pretty high chance of getting something like that later on in
oh,
life,
sure.
right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah. The
but
lessons learned from
yeah.
that generation with a lot of things.
Oh man,
For
just
us that
excess and like
yeah,
extremely heavy drugs and
yeah.
IV use and everything
Comes
else.
back to
Yeah,
haunt you, man. I know
yeah.
for a fact that like with the hard stuff that I was on back years ago. I
Mm-hmm.
know that right now. I know
Mm-hmm.
right now for a
Mm-hmm.
fact that it is affecting me in a negative way with my health.
Oh yeah,
Now,
yeah.
is it noticeable right off the rip? No,
But
but I
you
notice
notice
it.
it.
I
Yep.
notice it. I
Yeah.
know that, like, like I just know, you can tell that
Uh-huh.
you didn't do yourself any good by those years spent running hard and doing,
No.
just didn't do
No.
yourself any favors like that. Is all I'm saying. I feel bad for Ozzy. At least he is back with his mom and Randy Rhoads. Yeah, indeed,
Yeah,
man. Well,
man.
and he was the kind of guy I think that he had turned himself around in a way where he made peace and was like, okay, this is I'm gonna do the best I can, but I
Mm-hmm.
know I'm gonna be leaving this world, and this is probably gonna be a big part of the reason why.
Yep.
And he didn't cry about it. I don't
Nope.
like a crier.
No,
You know, now that
no.
doesn't mean you can't complain about something, but what that means is like after you've had your chance to complain, now put your boots on and move on. And that's what he did.
Yep.
He had his moment, and then he decided, damn it, now I'm not going to do it like this. I'm going out my way.
My way, baby. Yep.
And I respect that. And I think that's I think that's turning it around. I think
Well,
that's making
and I mean, if you listen to songs like, again, I'll go back to like "Mama, I'm Coming Home" and "Rolling Off a Crazy Train," for example. Like, if you live that life at all, you know exactly what he's talking about. It's like I'm not even sure if I'm gonna wake up, but
yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna
Didn't
say
care.
this while I'm in. Didn't care, and that's
Didn't care.
and hey, man, you know, like I gotta
gotta
respect
do a-
that, man. So,
I got to do a special shout out myself.
all right.
You know, I didn't know, but you know, I got a little package in the mail yesterday,
Yep.
day before yesterday. Got a Grammy, and you know, I just wanted to do a little shout out of my own.
Oh, come on now.
Hey,
You
shout
got
out
yours?
to Big Jack at
Yeah,
Big Jack Story
that's
Time,
beautiful,
man.
beautiful.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You know, this is a little thing you give us for being a part of
Man, I gotta check
We
the
Be
mailbox.
Jamming the last Saturday of every month. We're a part of We Be Jamming, and he made us one of these, and you know, he sent it to me, and I just wanted to recognize him. He's doing an outstanding job. He's a
Yes,
great
he
leader
is.
of the community. He's
Yep.
not just a member, guys. He's a leader,
Yep.
and you know, I think that anytime that you can see that and recognize it, and they're a part of the community as a whole, then I think that, you know, you give the credence to that and you say, okay, you know, there's things that I can take from this, and you can also just know that you're, you know, supporting an outstanding human being. So,
Which is an
shout out to
excellent
you,
time to
Big
say,
Jack.
if you're new here, and I know a few of you are, make sure to subscribe so you can be
Yeah.
included in We Be Jamming the last
Yeah.
Saturday of every week. And you can
So-
see all kinds of artists from all
Yeah,
over the
man.
world. And if you want to play, you can win one of those.
Well,
Maybe.
I think this is an OG award for us OGs that's
It
been in. I
is.
don't know if everybody gets one, but we got one.
We
For,
got one.
You know,
Yeah,
being a part. So, thank you, Big Jack. I appreciate that, brother.
absolutely.
Thank you. It's an honor and a privilege to be part of stuff like that. And as I said before, you know, just getting to watch somebody start something from scratch, which is cool, which
Yeah.
is what I know that Big Jack did. He started it from scratch, and he
Yes,
does an
he did.
outstanding job. So, like Sean said, if there's any of y'all out there that would like to have your stuff featured on We Be Jamming, then please feel free to email us. You can find my email on my page.
Find mine, mine.
Yeah, you can find
You
it.
can
his
also
on
hit
his.
Big Jack at Big Jack Storytime
Yep.
directly. And it's not just music, guys. So if you do poetry, comedy, anything artistic, man, it's everybody's invited. It's a good time.
Well, just know that
yeah.
he's give us, you know, permission to,
Yep.
you know, look at things beforehand and let, you know, because, man, guys, you got to understand we do it live. So it's not that we don't trust you. We don't trust anybody. We like to look at things before we put it out there to the public, you know, because it is, like I say, it goes live. So, you know, he does a pre-recorded deal where you can, you know, send you can send it to it's easy enough to find. You can find it at Big Jack's, you can find it at Shondix, you can find it at my page, and
Yep.
we can figure out the process and get you hooked up to be. And it's as easy as just giving permission to say it's okay that we share
That's right.
your work, and then we can share it through. But you know, just keep that in mind if you'd like to have your stuff featured. If you're a writer, a poet, a comedian, a singer, a guitar player, a chess player, or a checker player, whatever it is
Whatever
that you
you
do,
do.
whatever talent it is that you've got that you'd like. If you do a yo-yo and you do it outstandingly,
Mm-hmm.
then
Do
we
it.
want to see it. And you know, so just keep that in mind, guys. Big Jack Story Time, we be jamming last Saturday of every month, and it's a good family friendly event. But man, has some outstanding musicians on there. Matter of fact, while we're talking about it, let's have a chance to pull up. This is one of the first bands that was on We Be Jamming. It happens to be one of the band members happens to be Big Jack's son, but I'm gonna tell you, it's not because that they would be on anything like this. It's because they're uber talented.
They're talented. They got a unique sound, and it's not a one-off. As Guy said before, if you check them out, you're going to see that each one is a little bit more interesting and different than the next. So,
yeah,
check
and they're
it
actually
out.
playing their instruments, and they're
playing live. They're doing it. They're doing it. So,
yep. So this is Heavy Hitters, doing their I'm a little drunk right now. But shout out to Big Jack once again.
Yeah.
Thanks for the little award, man. It's funny and it's fun.
It's
and
super cool. Yeah,
it's also
super
cool, and I'll make sure that it gets a good spot right here where everyone can see it, man. So shout out to you, brother. Thank you very much. This is Heavy Hitters Band with I'm a Little Drunk Right Now. This is Guy and Shine, 11 to 1, Monday,
Appreciate
Wednesday,
you guys.
Friday,
Thanks for hanging out.
Eastern Standard Time. Always good vibes, guys.
Yeah.
I'm a little drunk right now, but you would never know it. I'm a little drunk right now, but you would never know it. I'm a little messed up, or whatever you call it. I had your number saved and I thought, well, shoot, I might as well call it. You probably still with what's your name? Yeah, sure, of course you are. See, I don't care. I met a fine girl at the bar. Woman you would ever be, I think her name was Rena. Way too much tequila, was it? Your Serena, but anyway, I'm doing good. Great, whole lot of weight. Your favorite band is gonna be in town, and I'm the whole day get delayed. And I know you gotta take it right up close there to the stage. And you hear about cancellation, just a studio Tanqueray. But you ain't asked who's opening up, but we're headlining is what they say. And now we're here standing face to face, screaming, I'm a little drunk right now. You would never know it. I'm a little drunk right now, but you would never know it. I'm a little drunk right now. You would never know it. I'm a little drunk right now. I'm a little insecure and I hate the bore. You already know it. I'm an undiscovered poet, performer with rockstar motives. Let me tell you something that not many people have ever noticed. But I'm scared of being vulnerable. And I'm scared of commitment, but obviously, yeah, whatever. Who is it? I bet if I called you, you'll be right at my spot in about 5 minutes. And you're going to delete this voicemail, God forbid your man think I'm in it. I'll say this to you when I get up in it, but I'm a little drunk right now. But you would never know it. I'm a little drunk right now, but you would never know it. I'm a little drunk right now. Oh, I'm a little drunk right now. I know you're doing your best to, but I won't let you forget me. I know you're doing your best to, but I won't let you forget me. I want you to know I can love myself on my own, but I'm a little drunk right now. I'm a little drunk.
I've been around, I've seen some things, I've moved so fast, you'd better not blink. I've lived and loved, I've loved and lost. When I met you, I sure did fall head over heels in love with you. It's all the little things that you do. You pick me up and you stand me tall when When I met you, I sure didn't fall head over heels in love with you. I rush right home when my work day's done, so I can see you and my son. You pick me up and you stand me tall. When I met you, I sure didn't fall head over heels in love with you. It's all the little things that you do. You pick me up and you stand me tall. When I met you, I sure didn't fall head over heels in love with you. Head over heels in love with you.
Oh man, here we go again. We're going to create change. Make it happen this time. Let's go. Always good vibes.
Yeah.
Get out of the
Here we
open.
go, guys.
I can feel that it's going
Welcome
to
to Sky
be
Shine,
a
11 to
good
1,
day,
Monday,
a
Wednesday,
great
and
day.
Friday.
Let's go.
Eastern
Always good
Standard Time.
vibes.
11 to 1,
Create
good
change.
vibes.
Let's go.
What's up,
Let's
brother
go.
Chris?
Always
Flash.
good vibes.
Double tap that screen for you fellas if you haven't already.
Always
Share the
good
live stream.
vibes.
We appreciate y'all being here, man.
Yeah.
Thank y'all very much. I see you out there, brother Chris. Let me get over here in the comments for a second, man. Got brother Chris the Flash in the house. Shout out to you. Double tap the screen for you fellas.
Yeah.
Tommy Kenyon's in the house. Check him out on Apple and Spotify. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Marshall Rockstar. Yeah, man, we're back. We're back,
man. We're
Yeah,
back.
we back. We back.
Yeah,
we
we
had to
back.
take us a little break, get a little something to drink, man, get a little breather and stretch out, man. But we're back. We were talking about Ozzy. I see Metal 6 in the house. Shout out to you, brother. I miss him already. I've been sad all. I feel you, man. I feel you because he definitely was a marker in my life as far as like from the beginning. Well, and he will be till the day I die. Like I'll always be going back and visiting, his stuff and his work and everything. So, and Jacob Monday, man, I was devastated when I saw the news Ozzy passed, bro. Me too. It was like losing an ultra cool uncle. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
you did
always
feel like
love
you
him.
knew him.
Yeah.
Like that was the thing.
Yeah.
It's like it was like a guy. It's like I don't
Well,
know,
he
but I
was
feel like I know
real.
you.
He
Yeah.
was real.
He
Like you've
was,
seen
yeah.
his mistakes. You've seen all of his
Yep.
quirkiness and everything, and he was cool with it. He was like, "Screw you, I'm rich." You know what I mean? Like,
I think he would have been like, "Screw you, Ozzy." You know what I
Anyway,
mean?
I'm
like,
poor. He'd
Yeah,
been like, "Screw you, I'm poor."
exactly.
What are you gonna do? You
That's
know
what
I
I
mean?
do. Live your own life. You know what I mean?
But it
Yeah.
says no other band in 1967 was playing anything remotely close to what Sabbath was doing,
Nope.
and the only band kind of close is Pink Floyd, and they didn't really get edgy until they got David Gilmour. Indeed.
Yeah. The only thing I'd say to that was like you had like around the same, but it was different because like Motorhead wasn't Motorhead at the time, right? So like before that, they had like the other thing going on in the States, but yeah, no, definitely pioneered the sound.
Yeah, man. Well, and Marshall says definitely wasn't watching Zach Sabbath, and I agree, man. I mean, honestly, I wasn't either. I ain't gonna lie. Once Ozzy wasn't part of it, then it was like
No,
I ain't gonna lie.
That's when Dio replaced him, right? I think.
But
it
I was
Dio.
already, like I wasn't even born yet, so like that part like I went back and journeyed through that.
Mm,
I came into the Ozzy. Ozzy was
mm,
like that. That's what I like. That's the part that I remember because the Sabbath days was just a few years before my time. I was born in '77, but I really don't. I remember starting to really get into like different styles of music along about 85, 86. I started
yeah.
really digging into like, that's when I found the guitar. I didn't find the guitar as far as picking it up. I found the guitar interesting watching my uncle play it and people play it. And I could always hear the sound well. I just was the kind of kid I couldn't sit down yet. I couldn't mess with that yet. I needed to be jumping out of trees and running through the field or whatever it was I was doing.
Hmm.
You know
Hmm.
what I mean? But I was
Yeah.
intrigued by it at that time.
Well, it was an
Um,
interesting time for music in general because I mean, like you had kind of like the punk rock thing coming to an end. You had grunge starting. You had hair metal dying. You had the new metal, which really wasn't new because it had been going on for quite some time, but it finally broke to mainstream, right? So it was a very cool time to be experiencing music all
it
the way
was,
around.
man.
Yeah.
It was. We got Daniel, I don't know how to say the Biot. Let me pull it up here. Maybe you know how to pronounce it. But Ozzy's the legend, and
Yep.
legends never die. I agree with that, man. I was
Yeah.
just saying, we were just talking about that before we went on break for a second. Um, you know, in 100 years, there's going to be a little show like this one or something similar, or whatever it is that's going on, and they're going to have a reason to talk about Ozzy's legendary status and the fact that he create. I mean, well, he was a big creator of a
Yeah.
sound in the day that's going to last forever now. I mean, the metal era, man. Like
Oh man, like you see some of these guys going at like, which is wild, right? Because like you can go through like live stream after live stream, and there's a bunch of like I'm gonna call them kids because they're at least like 25 years younger than me, just ripping these songs, like whether it's Ozzy, Sabbath, Maiden, whoever, just
yeah,
tearing this stuff up, and I love seeing that that's still going on. That shows you the power of music, right?
yeah,
Just something incredible, man.
yeah,
Absolutely.
man.
And William, yeah, Paranoid was the first song I learned on guitar as well, man. I'll never forget. I can go right back to that memory in my mind, sitting in this
Yeah,
musky basement, and my buddy being like, "This is what you got to do, dude," and then you do it, and you're like, "What?" And then your world changes, man.
I
That
think
was
even
it.
I learned that Iron Man.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
man. I love it though. Man. I mean, and that's another beautiful thing about like the instruments, dude, is like you start realizing like some of these awesome sounds that we love that are still there in our brains are some of the simplest stuff.
Hmm.
Once you learn it, it's like, oh, man, that's not really that hard to do. That's Man, it's pleasing to the ear though. That's all that matters. It doesn't matter about how hard it is. It's about whether your ears accept it or not,
Yeah,
man. But yeah, dude,
totally.
fingers moving, does it? Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Man, I haven't. I'm glad you brought that one up, man. I'll be sitting here messing with that. I'll be. I'll have
Yeah.
the Martin out here trying
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, we're going back down that road for sure.
yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Those hammer-ons in the intro were tricky at first.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
I think he's talking
Mm-hmm.
about on Paranoid. Is that the one
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
talking
because
about?
it's ding, 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 ding,
Yeah.
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 But once you lock that, man, it's like you felt like you were a
Yeah.
god. It's
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, you
dude.
were. You
Yeah.
were, man. Like that's the whole thing is in your
Yeah.
mind. You were.
Oh yeah, you,
So
you could
you were,
see
man.
it all, dude. Like it was.
It's your truth, Sean.
That's it, man.
It's your
Five
truth.
hundred thousand people were there, bro,
Yeah.
and I never left
I
the
mean,
basement.
it's like
Yeah.
it's like the whole thing. It's
Yeah.
your story. Tell it the way you want. Well, hell, if that's true, then I'm gonna tell a good story.
Well, that's
You're
it,
gonna be
man.
like, "Wow, yo, that was awesome." I'm like, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it was
yeah,
pretty
well,
cool. Had
yeah,
to be
well,
there. Had
yeah,
to be
it
there.
was, man. I
Yeah.
was pretty awesome too. I ain't gonna lie. You know,
Yeah. Well, there you go.
anytime a band loses its front man, it becomes a different band, even if
I
the
agree,
name
man.
stays the
I was
same.
talking
Yeah,
about this with someone the other
yeah,
day, and like, there's a lot of bands that I grew up loving, like Alice in Chains, Blind Melon, even Sublime. And the only one I will say, like out of those three that I mentioned, there's more, but out of the three I mentioned, Sublime now has so Bradley, who passed, the original singer, his son Jacob is now replacing him, and they're touring. And I heard one of their tracks the other day, and you would swear it was his father. Now I know like the miming thing is weird, but it reminds me of like the Zeppelin rule, where it was like if anybody in the band dies, we can only go on if it's replaced by one of their like living
Yep.
kids or something like that.
Yep.
Which is when they did the reunion in Europe. His son did drum, right? Bonham's son did drum, but they only did that one show. But yeah, no, it's not the same, man. Like I remember seeing Alice in Chains with their new singer, and like, man, the guy sounds just like him, but he ain't Lane Stanley. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, to me, it was kind of like with Skinner.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
like, man, you got one couple members left. You know, like that. It was cool, and they did a good job, and they carried forward, and they kept the name pushing. But it wasn't it wasn't Skinner. It was, you know what I mean? It just they were doing songs maybe that Skinner did, but it wasn't
Yeah.
them, man. I mean,
No,
you know,
no, no.
it's just the way it works. I hate
Yeah.
to say that, but that's
Yeah.
the way it is, man.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Marshall Rockstar says, what do we think or who do we think the next front man to go is? Oh wow.
I would say
wow.
maybe Tom Herrera, maybe.
Indeed.
It's, another one that like when I read the question, the first two minds that came to mind, I was like either Hatfield or Mustaine.
I mean,
Those-
and now now that's intriguing.
Yeah, I know they both supposedly are like, you know what I mean, like cleaned
Yeah.
up their lives and like all that stuff. But I've seen a few things with Mustaine lately, and I was kind of like, I don't know,
Yeah.
man. I don't know how he's, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Yeah,
I don't know, man.
yeah.
Let's see. I saw a page and Plant in 1995 at the Kiel Center in St. Louis. It's where the Blues play hockey. That's awesome, man. Man, Brother Williams seen all the time.
You picked Hatfield too, Marshall? Yeah. Yeah, dude. Like, I mean, like, in like, if we go just kind of like with the life, you know what I mean? Like, they got
Right.
hard miles on, and I know like there's been troubles with different people in the band just with health stuff. So I figure he's gonna be one that just goes. You know what I mean? Like Lars has had troubles on and off for the last few years, but I don't know. It's kind of a different
And
guess.
the life that they live, you never know. I mean, you just don't never.
No, you don't really know,
You
right?
just don't
You
never
don't.
know, man.
No.
Like, because
And the part that you do know is insane.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
so like,
yeah,
it's like driving motorcycles through walls at hotels while being just
like,
ripped.
man,
Like,
you
come
know,
on, yeah.
just what we know about was awesome, but insane.
Yeah,
But well, I mean, imagine the things we don't know about. That was awesome and
yeah,
insane.
yeah,
You know?
exactly.
God, I wish I could have been there. I would have been awesome in the '80s. I
I
was awesome in
just
the '80s. I
missed
was a
that.
bit young,
Just
man.
missed the boat,
I
man.
was a bit
just
young,
missed
man.
It. Yeah.
Dang it, man.
Yeah.
Dang it. I felt the same way about 1890. I was like, man, if I'd have been born, I would have been awesome. Like, I would have had me a horse. I'd have been, you know what I'm saying? Hell yeah.
I'd have invented the automobile.
I'd have rode the range, you know what I mean? Yeah. I'd have got me one of them hats. So,
Yep.
you know.
Oh yeah,
'cause
of
they
course.
make you look tough. I ain't gonna lie. You know.
Yeah, and
You know, right?
but you can't be smiling. That's the only thing.
I don't know,
You gotta
like,
have that.
you know, if you can shoot them pistols, you can. I'd make sure
I guess that
practice
would
up.
throw a fella back then. You know what I mean? Why is he smiling?
Right through range. Yeah, buddy. I'd
Ass
probably
grass,
lived to be
baby.
9 and got killed by some old dude that was like, "Shut up!" Poof! and like that.
Yeah, I got
Dang.
the cholera, Pa.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm telling you, man.
Oh, dude.
Like I think I would have been awesome though back in the day, back then.
I think
you know
so
what I mean?
too, but then
Like, I
like
really do.
you look at the fact that most people were dead by 34 at the latest and stuff, and I'm like, well, I
Yeah.
guess you just live a quick 34.
Oh yeah, oh, it's a fun pack to feel.
Die young, leave a pretty corpse, as they say. You
Man,
know?
that just goes to show you how rough life was too, bro.
Oh,
Like
man.
how hard it was. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Life was tough then. You had to actually do something to eat. Yeah.
That's right.
You didn't just
That's
call
right.
Uber. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You had to actually go out in the field and like do something for several months before you got to eat. Whatever
I was thinking
it was.
about that yesterday, actually. Like, Speaking of Uber Eats, so you get like you call them, right, and like they don't even ring the doorbell anymore. They just like fire it on the ground in front of the door. I'm
Oh
like,
yeah,
what
here.
the hell
Yeah,
is this?
yeah, man.
First thing, and then it was like sitting in the back. It's like, you know what? We're gonna start planting corn or something because
Oh
this is
yeah.
just not sustainable.
It's not
Not
sustainable. No,
it's not
you're out back.
sustainable. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll be planting
You
in the
know.
back. Yeah,
But that I
yeah,
mean, yeah, that really is though. They had a hard like, especially when people first started trying to like make their way in like homestead and everything. Dude, that was tough, man. Like you had to be a tough
yeah, dude.
family, not just a tough man, but a
Well,
tough
that was the thing.
everybody.
Like I grew up on a farm, and like it was all hands on deck. It didn't matter what age you were. There was a job for everyone. You know what I mean? Like whatever it may be, because at the end of the day, everyone had to eat, and if everyone didn't chip in, no one ate, right? So, yeah.
Yeah,
But
man.
yeah, man. But
It's a
back
tough,
on point. Yeah.
tough way to go, man. Tough way to go. Tough way to go, rock and roll style too.
Tough way to go rock and roll style,
Yeah,
man. I
yeah.
mean, that day by day, and like, like I know the life that I lived with the means that I've had. I can't imagine having access to that kind of everything. You know what I mean? Where it could just be like, bring me a bowl full of X, and I'm gonna do whatever, play this rock and roll show, and then I don't. Who cares what comes tomorrow? Live fast, whatever, right? But what a wild time, man, to be
Oh
alive
man.
and participate in
Oh,
things.
dude, they lived it up, man. They had the life. I mean, I hate to say it like that, but they did.
I
They
think
did.
so.
Ozzy, man.
I mean, I'd
Like,
sign up for it right now. You
dude,
know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
let's
Like, I'd
go.
probably only make it about 2.5 weeks, but it'd be an awesome 2.5
It would be
weeks,
great.
man.
It would be great. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
but hey, Ozzy was one of them kind of dudes like you can imagine. Like I'm sure that he was the little fire pistol of the whole crew. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
you can even tell with his presence, like when he would walk out on the stage, or if he wasn't there already, as soon as like he'd start, especially when he was younger, he used to do this rocking thing, like all
yeah,
the, and you
yeah,
just see everybody
yeah,
going,
man,
man. It's like,
yeah,
dude,
man,
there it is. There's that
yeah.
flow.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, what the quack's in the house? Shout out to what the quack. Good to
Hey,
see you
what the
this morning.
quack? Yeah.
We were
Good to see you.
we were reminiscing about the life and legend of Mr. Ozzy Osbourne, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we've all came to the conclusion that's been in earshot that no matter whether you like him or don't like him, he definitely was legendary, man. Definitely
He lived a
was
full
legendary.
life, man,
Yeah,
for sure.
indeed.
Yeah.
Losmar says, I hope I'm saying that right. Says, I was at a concert in Birmingham 2 weeks ago, and it was filled with so much emotion. I think we, the audience, knew this was it. Have seen Sabbath and Ozzy many times over the years. What a life, man!
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah. I feel that. I feel that from here, man.
Wow, that's man. That's
Yeah.
awesome that you got to be a part of. Yeah, dude. That's history. That's history.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like
You
for
got
sure.
to, you got to see something that many people would have wished they got to see. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So that's
Yeah.
incredible to be part of something like that.
Yeah, it is,
Absolutely.
man. Gosh, man. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, man. Man, I bet he kind of knew too. You know what I mean? Like he was doing what
Yeah.
he loved. He's
Yeah.
doing what he loved, bro.
Yeah.
What a dude. What a
Well,
dude.
I mean, going back even like because it's been quite a few years that he had been struggling with different stuff, but he always found a way. Like he's one of them artists, man. Like like you hear, not to put anyone down, but like you'll hear stuff being like, oh, someone's got a vocal problem, so they cancel a tour.
Right.
He was kind of like, yeah, I might have just had like a seizure, right? And I couldn't
Right,
perform,
right.
but he'd be on stage the next night and keep going
Yeah.
and try to and make up for the show that he missed. Like that was, it says a lot about the man's character. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
he was on it there, man.
Yeah.
He was on it. I
Yeah.
would have bought tickets to that concert, but it was more travel and money. Yeah, man. Yeah, it would have been. I couldn't have done it myself, but I would have loved to. In my heart, I would have
Yeah.
loved to. I don't have the means to be able to do that. To travel like that. But man, it would have definitely been worth. It would definitely been worth it if I had the means to do it. I would
100%.
have certainly done it.
yeah.
What the quack is in the house? Yeah, he was a legend, man. Legend for sure. And I think he also gained, man, once again, I have to say that, man, all right, he had Black Sabbath, was in Black Sabbath. Then that didn't work out. He was Ozzy Osbourne, and then like I
Mm-hmm.
say, then he not only turned like people that I remember back in the day when we was kids. All the adults and moms and dads were like, they're whatever, they're bad people. It's terrible for you to look at and all this kind of stuff. And
Right.
then all of a sudden, a few
Yeah.
years later, once he started on TV and doing like the thing like that.
Everyone loved him.
Yeah, those same people was like, "Oh, isn't he
He's
just
such a
so
nice
cute?
man.
Oh, he's
What a
so
lovely
nice."
But like that shows like that full circle, you know what I mean? Like he wasn't just this rock legend, you know what I mean? He was also an amazing fan. Personally,
Yeah,
I think so. Like I mean, man, like again, knowing what the man was dealing with, doing cross country trips with your kid,
that's
realizing
awesome.
that you missed out on. But I mean, even back in the day, like you used to take the kids on tour with them. Could you imagine being like side stage at like 5, 6 years old with your dad out there just like ripping it up? Be like, that's
Dude,
my old man,
I
dude.
don't know how Jack and
Are
Kelly ever
so
wound up halfway, like.
me
Because
neither,
I ain't gonna
man.
lie, if I was the dad, if I was the son of any dad that was that, I would have been one. Like,
Maybe this proves or disproves every psychological evaluation.
yeah,
Where if your parents are like kind of off, you're gonna be off. Maybe by seeing it at a young age, you're
yeah,
like, yeah,
yeah.
all right,
See you, Marshall,
cool.
Rockstar. See you, brother.
Yeah,
Thanks for
man.
being
Have
here,
a good
man.
one, dude.
Great
Thank you.
conversation today. That was
Yeah, great
awesome.
stuff. Yeah.
Losmar says, we were all there in spirit, man. Indeed, because I think all of us that kind of know,
Yeah.
like all of us that grew up in music, grew up with music around in our lives, not necessarily that play music, but just a part of your life. Then, man, in some way, somehow, Ozzy's been a part of your journey in some
Yeah.
way, somehow, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, carry on rocking, brother. Carry on
Absolutely.
rocking.
Don't
We'll see you
stop.
again on the next roll, man.
That's
Thank
right,
you.
man. Yeah.
Be careful on these YouTube streets.
Yeah. Yeah. Watch
Gotta
your
be careful
six.
on these
Yeah.
YouTube streets now. Be mindful.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, be good, Marshall Rockstar in the house, man. Great
Rocker till the
conversation,
wheels
man.
fall off, man. That's what I
Yeah,
say. Yeah.
yeah. We got Losmar in the house. What the quack in the house? We
Mhm.
got Gen X Effect, Marshall Rockstar. Thank you again, man. And Miss Patty, brother William. We got brother Gen X and Miss Amena. Um, let's see. Chris the Flash. We had Metal Six. I miss him already.
Elevated
Yeah,
within
man.
here earlier
Elevated.
too. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jacob Monday right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Shout out to you guys. We appreciate y'all being here. I think we had 26 in the house at one time. We
Mm-hmm.
appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
Thank
It's
y'all
good
very
stuff.
much for coming by. Miss Jennifer Thomas, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate your feedback. What a fun conversation, man. Everybody was jumping in and that was cool, man.
Yeah, man.
Truth Wave, shout out to you, Victor. And Joking, I don't know if I'm saying that right. Joking Beck was in the house and brother AB. We all know brother AB. Shout out
Mm-hmm.
to our singing and guitar playing friend. Lost Souls Club in the house. Appreciate you, man. Rest in peace, Moses Osbourne, indeed. Appreciate you being here, man. Thanks to everybody. I appreciate
Yeah.
all of y'all being
Every
here,
single
man.
one of you. Thank you guys.
That's
And
pretty cool, man.
yeah, keep on living it. You know what I mean?
Taves, long live the king, man. I don't know if I'm saying that right or not.
Yeah, Taves.
Is that Taves?
Taves.
Okay,
Long
yeah,
live the
man.
king.
Long live the king, indeed, man. I'm so with you. Hey, there's brother
Desi.
Desi.
Grinding out, no doubt.
Brother
Yeah.
Desi, man. Shout out to brother Desi in the house, man. We was talking about Ozzy, man, and what a great conversation we've had. Everybody chiming in. It's been a really good, I mean, it's an eye opening too, because there's been some people in here that shared some things that's like, whoa, like
Yeah.
that's hard to believe. Like, that's pretty cool. Like brother William, I didn't know he'd been to no Ozzy,
Ozfest.
concerts and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that, man. So that's
Yeah.
pretty cool. I'll have to dig his brain about that when I call him and ask him if he got any guitar picks that he wanted to let me have one of them or something.
Yeah.
I mean something. I mean, come on,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, we appreciate you guys for
Close
coming in.
mouth.
I know there's a few new people here to see coming up. And if you guys don't know, we do this Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 11 to 1 Eastern Standard Time. So if you want to subscribe, hang out, get the notifications, that would be fantastic. We'd love to see y'all again. And
Absolutely.
appreciate all the OGs that are
Absolutely.
here
If
too.
you haven't already, hit that like
Yep.
for you fellas. We appreciate y'all. You know, always good vibes. We just appreciate you guys being here, being a
Yeah,
part of the conversation and digging
absolutely.
in with us, man. This has been really fun, Sean.
Been
This has been
excellent.
one
It's
of
been
our best
excellent.
experiences, man. And I
Yeah,
just,
man.
man, I'm elated, man. So thank you all
Yeah,
very
thank you
much, man.
guys. Seriously.
Brother Desi, you
Yeah.
have a great day at work, my friend. Stay safe and be careful. Losmar, thank you again for jumping in and being a part of everything. We really appreciate that. And Taves,
Hmm.
long live the king, indeed. Thank you.
Absolutely.
And Marshall Rockstar, Miss Patty, all you guys. Appreciate you guys all being here. This is Guy and Sean, 11 to 1, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, Eastern
Eastern
Standard
Standard
Time.
Time.
Always
It's
good
good
vibes.
vibes.
Always good
It's good
vibes,
vibes.
guys. Hey,
Yeah.
this is a little song done called Slow It On Down. I live by it these days, man.
Yeah.
Take the time it takes to take a little look around, my friends. I appreciate y'all being here. This is Guy and Shine. We'll be back Friday, 11 to 1, Eastern
Eastern
Standard
Standard
Time.
Time.
Always
Good
good vibes.
vibes.
See y'all. I've been in a hurry since I don't know when. Gotta bring it on back. Start over again. Yeah, I'll bring it on back to a nice old pace. The kind where a guy like me wins a race. You slow it on down. Take the time it takes to take a real good look around. Yeah, I'll bring it on back to a nice old pace. The kind where a guy like me wins the race. Well, I got me a woman, yeah, she's better than most. Yeah, I get the space I need to really cut loose. Yeah, she slows it on down to a nice old pace. The kind where a guy like me wins the race. You slow it on down. Take the time it takes to take a real good look around. Yeah, I'll bring it on back to a nice old pace. The kind where a guy like me wins a race. You slow it on down. Take the time it takes to take a real good look around. Yeah, I'll bring it on back to a nice old pace. The kind where a guy like me wins the race. Yeah, slow it down. Slow it on down, guys. Good vibes on you. Always good vibes. Always good vibes on to all of my beautiful people out there. Appreciate you guys. Have a great day.